Hello everybody, I hope you all doing well. So any of you is planning to give an Microsoft Certified Fabric Data Engineer Associate, which has a code name of DP-700 exam in the nearest time. So this video is for you. In this video I will be covering all the practice questions. Basically it is real-time questions which can come to your exam. So just stick to the video and I will not waste your time. Just jump up to the questions. So here is the question number one. This is basically a case study. You can read it in the screen. This is a case study. Case study are not limited separately. You can use as much exam time as you would like to complete each case. However, there may be additional case studies and selection on this exam. So basically, in this case, you have to overview a company, Kentoso. So if you have ever given an Microsoft exam, they give you an overview first for the a paragraph related to the asking of the question. So it is here stated that overview, IT structure, the company, IT department has a team, etc. You can simply read it out by pausing the video from the screen. So just let's jump to the question. Here it's saying basically what should you do for the data analysis. Must not have an access to the data in the bronze and silver layers, etc. So in this case, if you guys have an like you don't have an idea how like fabric works or the things can carry out on the fabrics Microsoft product, so I can also provide you a short tricks how you can remember the answers. So if you guys see questions options like that, so for this specific questions you can see there's an A B C D options, and the three of them one of them contain SQL endpoint data permission, and all others three are different. Okay, so in this case you have to be you have to select the SQL endpoint data permission. Okay, so this is the easiest way to remember the answers if you have not hands-on on the real-time lab session on the Microsoft Fabric. So here you can see the answers. It is the most voted as well. The share the lake house with the data analysis group, and the grant the read all SQL endpoint data permissions is the most voted and the correct answer here. So for the next questions I will be going with a little bit fast speed, so we can not make this video too long and cover all the questions in very much less time. So now question number 2 appears. Here you can see they were asking for a semi-structured data. You have to store the data, so you have in 4 options, and the best one suits here is an event house. Okay, so here you can see that an event house, basically event house stores the data passed into the TSQL. And remember guys, if you can't find any errors, or you have any queries related to any of the questions, you can simply comment down. We can open a discussion on that. And if I am also a human, so I can make errors. So if any of the error will be marked, I will be pinned the right coming for that questions. So you can simply correct it by seeing the pin comment. Now move to the third question. It is saying you have in Fabric workspace that contain a warehouse name warehouse1. Basically it is a copy data question from database to warehouse1. So in this case, you can use data pipeline, which can be a simple solution for this question. Okay, here you can see it is the most voted as well. Now question 4 appears. So here you can see it is saying, uh, it is simply saying the same thing which stated in the question number 3 as well. So it has the same answer, which is B, a data pipeline. Now moving forward, so we have a question here, and that is saying, yeah, so here I wanted to add some bullet points. So in this question here, the question is saying you have an fabric 32 capacity that contains the workspace. So if you see a question that indicates 200 million rows to 500 million rows from the past year, like here the question states around rows moving query. Okay, so here the answer, the new updated regarding in fabric is now using the keys to use a different data type. Okay, so here the answer will be D. Okay, so ignore the answer I stated as B. This is wrong. The correct answer for this question is D. So moving forward to the sixth question, the question is saying, they have given a table. You can read out the table, and in the answer area they have provided us the SO modified column and the group by column. So if you haven't work on the fabric, I am saying again, you have to memorize the answers by some of the tricks or keywords from the questions. Okay, so here you can simply remember the word year. Okay, and the group by column contains also the word years, so you can simply remember the select year from the SO modified column and the years SO modified date. So here's the trick. If you remembers the keywords, you can simply ace the exam. So in this case you have to select year from the SO modified column and years SO modified p name from the group by column. So here you can see the right answer as well, which I stated as above. Now moving forward to the questions question number 7. Now this question, in this case they have given us a table of product ID and transaction ID with product color, product name, sales amount. Okay, so you have to read a statement of the question and then answers the options. So you have to select more than one option. In this case, basically you have to select 3 options from this case. This is a multiple selection question, and don't worry, in the real exam if you selected 4 by mistake, the simulator will not give you an option to select the 4th one. They like on the screen and pop-up will appear that you have selected multiple options, so now you can't able to select another one. So it's not a thing to worry about. The main key here is to remember the trick so you can answer the right in the real examination. So in this question you have to select the option number B, which is product name, the option number option number B, which is product name, the option number C, which is product color, and the option number F, which is product ID. Because the question states around the product, here you can see that, so we have to answer for the product. Okay, so here the correct options are B, C and F. Here you can see that it is the most voted answers uh, from people which have given examination. Okay, let's move forward to the next question, which is in this question, the questioner is saying you need to ensure that you can attach notebook 2 to the same Apache Spark session has notebook 1. What should you do? So this is a little bit tricky question. Okay, so you have to enable high concurrency for the notebooks. So the key to remember the answer here is you have to make a keyword in your pane with the uh, ending word notebooks. Okay, so whenever you see an options which the statement is ending with the word notebooks, you can simply select that because none of the other is ending on the word notebooks. So here the key is you can simply read out the questions. You have already memorized the keyword for the answer. It will be easy for you in the real examination to answer the right options. Okay, now you can simply check enable high concurrency for the notebook is the most voted answer as well. So let's move to the next question. In this question, this is question number 9. So in this question, the Microsoft demand us to select once again multiple options, and they have given a paragraph regarding the query they wanted to ask. And in this case you have to select the best two options. Sorry, my bad. I think yeah, three options basically. So in this case the best fits are option number D, which says assign the data engineer the contributor role for workspace 1, and option number E, migrate the employee table from lakehouse 1 to lakehouse 2, and the last one but not the least, the F option, which saying create a new workspace named workspace 2 that contains a new lakehouse named lakehouse 2. So now you're wondering how you can remember these three options from the A to G options in the real examination with the multiple burden with your on your mind. So the trick here is that you have to answer, mark the keywords. So for the D options, you have to simply mark. You have to select the workspace 1 for the each action you wanted to be performed to write the data for the customer table without reading data from the employee table. Okay, so here the key is you have to remember workspace 1, the statement, the options statement which is ending on the workspace 1, which is also has G options, but obviously you have been into a reading mode, so you have to on to be a contributor role. So you have to mark the words for the contributor role for the workspace 1. Here you can simply mark the option D. Then you have to simply remember the statement which is starting from migrate word. So you have to simply select the migrate the employee table from the lakehouse 1 to lakehouse 2, which is option E, and the last, which is option F. This is pretty simple. One of the longest statement in all options, which is option F, which is like create a new workspace named workspace 2 that contain a new lakehouse named lakehouse 2. So this is how you can simply remember this question. Okay, so here you can see assign the data, which is option D, most voted. E, migrate option, which is also the most important question or answer, and F you can simply see, which is also most voted. So here our question finish, and then we have to move to the question number 10. Now the question is saying which warehouse object do you require to implement RLs. Okay, the statement is given by the Microsoft, and they are saying which warehouse object do you require to implement RLs. So it is simple. the we will have to require and function warehouse to implement our RS. Okay, so the correct option will be D. Here you can see it is most voted as well. I'm going with a little bit faster speed because we have to cover a lot of questions in a single video, so I don't want it to waste your time on lengthy reasoning over that. So let's move to the question number 11, which is saying uh, you have to have a 3 data flow, 10 to data flows. Okay, so they have stated some of the points with which you can answer only, so you can simply read that. So as I'm going with a little bit fast speed, so I'm not going to read that. You can simply pause the video and read the question. Okay, so for the answer area, you can simply uh, this question has an edge that you can have simply remember a keyword from all three options which is ending on the target stage. Okay, so you have to remember the word the question which is ending, which three options is ending on the target stage. It is not the one thing that is good about this question is it is not going to be repeated. Okay, so any of the next questions will not repeat all of three options with the word target stage. So you can simply remember the word target stage, and whenever these questions comes in the exam, you have to simply mark no to all of them. Okay, so all of three options will be no. Here you can see that all of the three options are no. So let's move to the next question, which is question number 12, and that states that what should you use to add the event to the deployment process. You can read the whole question above. I am reading the demanding statement, which is the questions demanding from us. So in this case, you can simply add you can use a deployment pipeline to add the event house to the deployment process. So here the correct answer is deployment process, deployment pipeline, which is most voted as well. Now you can simply check out the question number 13, which is again I will not be able to read the whole lengthy statements. I can simply describe the answer, how you can remember the keyword if you have not practiced on the real fabric application. Okay, so in this case you can simply again remember that we should only use deployment pipeline to verify whether warehouse 1 contains invalid references or not. Okay, so and also this solution minimize development of it as well. So in this case the answer will be B. Here you can see that the correct answer for this question is option B. So let's move to the next question, which is question number 14. Here you can see that the answer and the statement of the question: you enable one lake availability for the event house. What will be copied to one lake? Okay, so I hope these questions will not bother you because it is simple real-time intelligence solution. So the correct answer for this question is both new data and existing data in the event house, which is option D. You can simply remember this question by using a keyword which is both new data and existing data. Okay, so none of the other options contain all these two words, so you can simply remember the keyword here, both new data and existing data in the event house. Eventually when you see a question like this in the exam, you can simply read the answers from the screen. So if you have a close-up on the option which stated both new data and existing data, you can simply choose that. Okay, so here you can see that both new data and existing data in the event house, so the D option is correct for this. So for the next question, here you can see the question stated that which type of authentication should you use.